Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, one of my absolute favorite launches at Watches and Wonders 2025 from Chopard. This is the Alpine Eagle 41 SL Cadence 8HF. That's right, 8HF, 8 Hertz, 16 beats per second, 57,600 vibrations per hour. This watch is made of ceramized grade 5 titanium, but it's not just the case and the bezel. Crown, case, bezel, dial, even the bridges and plates of the high-frequency movement are made of that ceramized grade 5 titanium. The watch is also light. I put it on my scale, and on this leather strap, the watch has a mass of 61.67 grams, and you better believe you have options because it also comes with a full orange and a full black rubber strap, so you can go all orange, all black, or mix and match. This watch certainly is packed with features. Now, in terms of its size, 41 millimeters in diameter, it is 9.9 millimeters thick, and it's 47.7 millimeters from lug to lug. On my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, it wears very light, very comfortable. You can see that the ends of the lugs are angled downward, and it fits quite nicely, easily sliding under a cuff if you do want to wear it that way. I would recommend it for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference. Again, very light, very comfortable, and you can see even over the top, which exaggerates the width of the watch, the lugs are not beyond the edge of my wrist. You'll also notice how the lugs angle down a little bit like a royal oak. It helps to mitigate fit issues. We've got a beautifully made strap. You can see a combination of very thick leather, sheer cut and profile, and then you can see it's been rubberized on the back, lacquered on the side. There's a contrasting binding stitch. You can see how it's fixed to the case using a combination of a screw and then a lateral bar that slides in on top. It is a sort of distressed grain with a little bit of a spline to echo the lines of the lug profile. And then you can see a monotone black stitch. No crimping, no gouging. It's a brand new Chopard factory strap, rubberized on the bottom for souplesse against skin, also to protect the leather from the sweat, heat, grit, moisture, and oil of the wrist. We have a matching Chopard ceramized titanium buckle. You can see how that's put together with the upper plate, the nameplate fixed by screws. A little bit of faceting externally. You can see the same on the case, a little bit of faceting. We have a fairly complex form, but elegantly laid out based on the early 1980s St. Moritz, designed by now Chopard owner and chief Carl Friedrich Schäufele. And this does have a lot of the St. Moritz in it. You can see we've got a sort of symmetrical flank with these two winglets, screw-down crown with a compass rose. The watch is 100 meters water-resistant. The bezel has several steps and facets, and then we have these perfectly aligned bolts in gloss black surrounding a dial that is like the iris of an eagle's eye, they say. But it is blackened titanium. You can see we also have blackened hands and indices. We have a little bit of a railroad track or chemin de fer outboard in orange on black. We have a orange varnished counterweighted lancet style seconds hand. We have the high frequency symbol, as well as a note that this is an 8 Hertz chronometer. It is 5-position adjusted and certified by the COSC as a Swiss chronometer. You can also see the uncanny smooth sweep of that seconds hand. 57,600 vibrations per hour makes it look almost as smooth as spring drive and improves the potential accuracy of the watch. A couple of subsidiary functions. We have hacking, if you wish to set the watch to the second against a reference time. Highly recommended here. Then you can see we have a quick set mechanism, so you can rapidly set the date if you wish to do so. And in good taste, the date disc is the same color as the dial, so it's unobtrusive. We have all applique indices and numerals. We'll do a loom shot here. And yes, we'll do a loom shot because there is a little bit of loom. The black version of Super Luminova is not that bright, but it is there. Now, turning it all over, you can see we have the Cadence 8HF and the Wave logo on the reverse side, a tungsten rotor on hybrid ceramic bearings for maximum winding efficiency. The bridges and the plates are made of ceramized grade 5 titanium to lighten the caliber as well as the watch. It's the 0114-C. And on 28 joules, it has that super high beat rate. It has a silicon escapement that's not easy to see, but you can see the unusual ultra high frequency escape wheel, probably best from this angle. And you can see how it has an unusual number of individual teeth. It's like no other escape wheel I've seen. That reduces mass in the drivetrain, reduces the susceptibility to magnetism, and reduces the need for lubrication, which helps to make this a very regular timekeeper. Automatic winding, it's got a 60-hour power reserve to go with the 8 Hz operation, so you're not giving up anything relative to a standard automatic Alpine Eagle. And you can see the movement's nicely sized to fit the case back, featuring polished screws, media blasted bridges, set kneaded wheels, and some machine-laid but handsomely executed bevels. This is a limited edition of 250 pieces. You can see that it doesn't have individual numbering, but it is a limited edition of 250 pieces. And then you can see we have those black bolts just like we have on the dial side, only you can see that these are less perfectly aligned because at some point you actually have threadings that need to be inserted, and screw-style inserts do not always align the way bolt-style inserts do. But it is a great-looking watch on both sides with lots to love, and a super fast cadence, pun intended, when you hold it against the ear. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.